Elizabeth Warren can read people's minds. Hi, thanks for watching. Today, I want to talk about this interview that Elizabeth Warren did a week ago. I know, where have you been, Tom? It's summer. I'm doing summer things. Okay. But I did want to touch on this. She did double down in calling Trump a white supremacist, and I wanted to go through this interview that she did and point out where she's wrong. Now, first, if you're going to make a claim about someone, you should be able to do it based on, I don't know, evidence, right? And let's check out the evidence that Elizabeth Warren has for her claim.
Why was it important for you to come out yesterday and say unequivocally that you think the president is a white supremacist?
So, I was asked a question and I gave an honest answer. He's a man who cozies up to the white supremacists. He calls them fine fellows.
Okay, right off the bat, she uses the fine people hoax as evidence point number one. Well, I've made a video on that. I think if you are informed online, you know that this is not true. In fact, here is what Trump said that has been misquoted in the media all year.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
All right, let's get to her second point.
He's talked about trying to get brown people and black people out of this country.
Wow, that is a claim. Elizabeth Warren is claiming that Trump wants to take brown and black Americans and send them out of this country. Oh, he's never said that ever? And she's making this conclusion because he wants to lessen immigration? Well, that's not quite the same thing as wanting brown and black people out of this country. I think that rhetoric is beyond the pale and totally not true or backed by any evidence. Let's see the third point she has here.
He's talked about shithole countries.
And here's where the video gets demonetized, talking about shithole countries. But he was referring to Haiti, El Salvador, Nigeria. This was not on camera. This was not on video at all, not on a microphone. But that's what he was referring to as. So it was not for public consumption. This is something that he said behind the scenes. And, well, you know what? I think that that's probably wrong. I think they're fantastic countries. In fact, let's look at going there. Let me look at the travel advisory for Haiti. Let's see what it says. This is our U.S. State Department says reconsider travel to Haiti due to crime, civil unrest, and kidnapping. Wow. All right. Well, what about El Salvador? Reconsider travel to El Salvador due to crime, violent crime such as murder, assault, rape, armed robbery is common. Common? That stuff is common? To me, that sounds like a fantastic place to take a vacation. No, it sounds like a whole country. What about Nigeria? What does our State Department say about Nigeria? Reconsider travel to Nigeria due to crime, terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and piracy. Oh, wow. Violent crimes such as armed robbery, assault, carjacking, kidnapping, and rape is common throughout the country. Well, to me, sounds like the whole country. She's wrong. So 3 claims lined up, 3 claims knocked down. What else does she have here?
This is what he's done, the wink and a nod. And he can't have it both ways. He can't keep trying to stir this up, give aid and comfort, be embraced by the white supremacists, and then say, oh, but not me. No, he's responsible. He's the president of the United States.
So she's saying that he's responsible, and this was in response to the shootings that weekend. Now, the hypocrisy here is so rich because she's saying with a wink and a nod. So she admits that there's no real evidence, but she can read minds. Elizabeth Warren can read minds. She knows what he's saying, wink and a nod. Well, speaking of those shooters, right? The one in El Paso, I know how they reported it, but I actually read the manifesto, and he kind of seemed like he was a member of the Yang Gang. To me, he wrote about universal basic income and things like that. Didn't really sound like a Trump issue, but the media has portrayed it in a certain light. Additionally, the shooter in Ohio, well, let's see what Snopes says about this. Now, Snopes is a terrible thing, but was Dayton mass shooter a self-described leftist who supported Elizabeth Warren? True. Okay. So he had stated support for Elizabeth Warren. Now, if Elizabeth Warren wants to say that everyone that cozies up to you, that you're responsible for that, then she should be responsible for this. She's not responsible for what happened in Dayton at all. It would be insane to think that. But she says that the president can't have it both ways. Well, Elizabeth Warren can't have it both ways either. I'm actually going to look at some evidence about Elizabeth Warren for you to consider. You understand that she's been proposing to say that she is pro-Medicare for all, right? That is something that we've heard on the debate stage. But if you go to her website, elizabethwarren.com, you'll see not a mention at all. It's been deleted from her website. There's no mention of Medicare for all. Well, to me, that's actual evidence. That's not a wink and a nod. Or if we want to make this a wink and a nod, that's a wink and a nod to Wall Street to let them know that she's, as president, is not going to do Medicare for all. That's a wink and a nod to the medical industrial complex. That's a wink and a nod to the pharmaceutical companies, to Big Pharma, that there will not be Medicare for all. She's taken that off of her website. Now, her website is full of all kinds of great plans. A fair and welcoming immigration system, accelerating the transition to clean energy, valuing the work of women of color, revitalizing diplomacy. She's got lots of plans on her website. In fact, she always says she has a plan for that. She doesn't have one mention of Medicare for all. To me, Elizabeth Warren is giving a wink and a nod to Wall Street. She's giving a wink and a nod to all the insurance companies that she's not going to do Medicare for all at all. And that's based on actual evidence. You can go to her website and see, wow, there's nothing here about it. So my conclusion is that Elizabeth Warren, she can read minds apparently, and she knows how evil Trump is. And we should take her word on it. But if you go to her website and you notice, hey, wow, there's nothing about Medicare for all on here, well, that has nothing to do with it. No, that is a wink and a nod to the insurance companies that Elizabeth Warren will not support Medicare for all as president. It could not be any more clear. And hey, because I'm sure this video will be demonetized, I would appreciate it if you will hit the like button and share it with other people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace.